with some ribs. Just stick with me. This might be very good. Let's get it. So we're gonna make a marinade with green seasonings, garlic, some salt, and a little bit of water to put on these ribs because we're trying to do something different. Garlic and green seasoning, this is my homemade. If you don't have access to green seasoning, you can actually use sofrito or even jerk marinade. This is just an idea right now. We're gonna go with a little bit of water. Let's try with a pint. And we need a carrier for this flavor. This is just gonna be some kosher salt. We want this to be as close to a liquid as possible. So we're gonna blitz it real good. Very fine mesh strainer. And because we still have chunks of herbs and spices and all of that in the green seasoning, we're gonna strain it because we want liquid. You got it. All right. One of the reasons why we want to get rid of all the chunks is because these chunks can burn and we don't want it to be bitter. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna let this go for a few hours overnight. When we wake up in the morning, we're gonna flip them around, make sure everything gets an opportunity to soak up some of these flavors. And then we're gonna cook these about midday. Stay tuned for the rest of the process. Today I'm switching the Oklahoma Joe's Longhorn reverse flow from reverse flow to traditional flow. So let's see how this works every time. So in order for this to work, we got to remove the baffle plate from the reverse flow because that's what makes it a reverse flow. Folks over at Lavalock had sent me this diffuser, no bolts or anything needed. So these slits will let heat in, but you won't be getting the full blast of the heat in. So we're gonna put this in the spot between the firebox and the cook chamber. So a half a chimney of lit lump charcoal, and we have one split inside already. We're gonna use another split, and this is how I'm gonna start my fire. Over this period of time, my smoker is gonna be getting hot, and the wood that I have right now inside the cook chamber will be primed and ready to cook with. So now we have these ribs that have been marinating with the green seasoning overnight. I flip them around once in the marinade to make sure all the ribs are getting equal amount of the flavor. Got some rib tips. These are the tasters. Now I just want to pat them dry, get that excess of the marinade off of there. So now that we have these dried off, we're gonna hit this with the barbecue glitter. Now the barbecue glitter is a blend of salt and pepper, okay? So if you don't have the barbecue glitter, make your own salt and pepper blend. But we wanna put something on it that's not going to interfere too much with the flavor of the green seasoning marinade. We want to elevate it just with a touch of salt and pepper. We flip them over. Oh no, the rub's gonna fall off. And again, we're not going crazy with the rub because we want to try and taste the flavor of the green seasoning marinade. Time to get these ribs on the smoker. Time to let them cook. So I'm gonna show you guys when I add a wood split to the smoker. So right, you can see my temps are dropping. This is saying 229 and 237 on the grit level. Let's show you what we do. Now my goal is to cook 250 to 275, and today we're running the smoker not as a reverse flow, so we don't have a baffle in there. Matter of fact, we just have that little diffuser that I showed you guys at the beginning. So we're gonna add one split. I like to have my split preheating right here on the firebox. Don't want to wait until your fire is too low before you add your split. There we go. We still have a bed of charcoal. That is hot, my boy. So you don't want to wait till your charcoal is all dead. We're just gonna let that catch on fire, and then we're gonna shut it down and let it do its thing. This takes seconds. You can see the fire is already starting to come up. Now because we're running this traditional flow and we don't have the baffle plate, I'm not adding two splits, right? With a reverse flow, it takes more heat because there's so much more surface area for the heat to get around. So you guys can see the temp is moving positive direction. We are hoping to settle just over 250, and that'll hold for about 45 minutes to an hour. All right, so these ribs got to be done. It's been about 5 hours, no wrap. Check these babies out. Ooh. Look at them things, dude. Beautiful color. Look at that color. So right now we're gonna let these rest for about 30 minutes. We're gonna just sit them in the oven on keep warm. We're just gonna rest them. We're gonna cover them, and then we'll cut them in about 20 minutes or so.